Well, let me simply say that everyone on this show who you have interviewed in Palestine has used the word genocide. And I think we need to take this word quite seriously because it does describe the situation in which a population is targeted, not just the military part, but the civilian part, and bombarded, dislocated forcibly, and plans are being made for relocation or the absolute razing of Gaza itself. So, as you know, there are legal groups like the Center for Constitutional Rights that has published a 40-page study on why it is correct to call what is happening to Palestinians now genocide.
Israel always denies responsibility. Don't trust the word that the US government says. Don't trust the word that the British government says. And of course, it goes without saying, don't trust the word that Israel says. For most people, it comes very easy to condemn Hamas's despicable murderers. I think it's a more complicated moral question for how you come to grips morally with the actions of people. Most of those militants who burst through the gates of Gaza, they were born into a concentration camp, and they spent the whole of their lives in that concentration camp, among the most densely populated places on God's earth. Nobody was allowed in, nobody was allowed out, with the rarest of exceptions. No jobs.
About this is that I've never seen anything so publicly committed, such atrocities perpetrated on television, and the victims are presented as the perpetrators. And either this spectacle, this obscene, vicious spectacle that we're subjected to, is either supported or condoned by the major media and all the politicians. Now, it's obligatory, and I think it's even necessary to say, this is my point of view, is that what happened on October 7th wasn't justifiable, that the killings of civilians, whatever details may yet emerge about intentions or what actually happened, that's not something that should have happened. That was something horrible, and it was an atrocity. But even the need to say that comes out of a culture in which the atrocities of the other side are never called out. No Israeli spokesman, when they talk about their policies, ever asked, do you condemn the pogrom at Hawara in the West Bank earlier this year? Do you condemn the killings of Palestinian children by settlers? Do you condemn the regular attacks by the settlers? Do you understand that the former deputy chief of staff of the Israeli army said that the situation of the Palestinians in the West Bank reminds him of the situation of Jews in Germany? Is this even reported in the Western press?